This one was written back in August of this year, and it's called Five Guys. Yesterday, we ate lunch at a fast food chain restaurant, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Aside from having a catchy name, it had great burgers and some authentically delicious fries. We literally got a bag full of them. We only had to pay one arm and one leg for this meal. What a deal. It's kind of expensive, especially in Illinois where we were. But anyway, as I sat there enjoying my burger, I couldn't help but notice all the words written on the wall of the restaurant. Magazine and newspaper articles, one right after the other, praising the culinary accomplishments of these five guys. Who are these five guys, by the way? Like, what are they doing now? Are they still flipping burgers? I don't know. Five Guys must be some sort of magic number. I'm thinking Dude Perfect, Backstreet Boys, of course, and the Chicago Bulls of the 1990s. Five Guys equals success. Anyway, they hang these banners all around the restaurant and bathroom walls, unashamedly telling the world how great they are. Well, actually, they're letting others do the talking, which is probably the right way to do things. Don't just take our word for it, they humbly proclaim. Now, I'm trying to decide their motivation for this. Either they're really confident and proud of who they are and what they've accomplished, or they're really insecure, trying with all of their might to convince us that their burgers truly are worth paying $12 for. Can you imagine walking into someone's home and seeing the walls decorated with things people are saying about me? We'd all think that's pretty weird and that this person is full of themselves. Let us make up our own mind about you. But perhaps it is a truly humble approach. We simply refuse to toot our own horns, but we will let these culinary experts do all of our tooting for us, figuratively speaking. It made me wonder, what if God would use this approach for his PR campaign? He would unabashedly say, here's what people are saying about me. What would his walls look like? Especially if what was written on his walls was actually what people are saying about him. I think there would be lots of praise, but unfortunately I feel like there'd be a lot of complaints and negatives, perhaps a lot of questions. Would he be happy to display what I've been saying about him? Would this honor him and make others want to visit him? Would his walls be filled with headline after headline about how great God is, of how he always comes through, of how he is simply the best and greatest, and of course how he truly makes the best burger in the world? I think through this as if I'm the only one writing the headlines. To be sure, I have a lot of good things to say about God. There's plenty of times when I've been so thankful for what God has done, but there are times that might be hard for me to arrive at thankfulness and praise. If God were filling his walls with things I said about him, I think it'd probably be filled with a lot of questions too, like, where were you when this happened? Or why did this occur? Or just a basic cry to understand. If you just read the walls of Five Guys, you'd think that everyone's experience was only and always amazing, that everyone loved a perfect burger and fries every single time. But I'm sure that's simply not the case. I'm sure some people have been disappointed or left wondering if it was truly a smart idea to take out a small loan to purchase this burger. Or worse, they might walk out the door saying, I'm never coming back. And why don't they put these things on their walls? Why don't they write the negative things people have to say about them? Because that's not how you sell burgers. But it makes me happy that God isn't just trying to sell us burgers. He's not just trying to get something from us, but that he truly has something to give us. And he's not afraid of us questioning him at times, trying to make sense out of everything. Life is much more complicated than a few headlines. Headlines are one thing, content is another. The content of my life with God is still being written. It is a complex story of joy and pain, wonder and curiosity, hope and lament. The details are still being worked out. But I'm confident of this. At the end of my life, I will have a big positive headline to put on God's wall. And it will probably read something like this. Wow, God really does make a pretty good burger. No, just kidding. He is faithful. Why was I ever worried?